You're watching Reconnecting Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Reconnecting Gaming, and sitting down on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of the Echo Flynn's Path. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Maybe we'll get to the end of Flynn's run. I think I have one more short story to do, so... After Echo, I think I'll do Arches. Y'all, tell me what you want to do. You want me to do Arches, or you want me to do the Smoke Room? Let me know in the comments. That wasn't my goddamn thought. Leo's? I ask aloud, like the fucking loony I am. I wait. No response. I clench my fists to my sides. Fuck it! Fuck this! I take off on a run down the road, keeping the power lines on my right. I run mindlessly, knowing damn well the nature of the loop, but trying not to think about it. I'm not usually the sort to do my running in Echo on account of the centuries' worth of broken glass that lines the sides of roads. That, the fact that the sight of the 6-7 Gila sprinting tends to naturally raises alarms, even with folk who already know who I am. Somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour passes before I see something ahead. I'm more impressed with the fact you're able to fucking sprint for 30 minutes to an hour. I stop somewhere along the center line of the winding old highway, the cracked asphalt feeling like it's chipping away at my already blistered heels. I stare at the faded red building. My truck is parked in front for some reason. Why the fuck am I here? Right. Why don't you come here? The voice in my head is clearer than before, like some harsh whisper coming from inside the back of my neck and slinking its way into my head. It almost feels like I thought the words myself. Is that a fucking clue? It's a mystery. My thought was rhetorical, and hearing it respond so aptly takes me off guard. I clutch my throbbing head in both hands. I've gone full fucking schizo. When the weird shit's on the outside, it's one thing, but on the inside, I grimace, bracing myself against the gate in front of me. Gate? There's no gate in front of this place in real life. I take a closer look and see the entire place is fenced off like some kind of high-security complex. A tarnished rebar gate is the only entrance point, and my truck just on the other side. It's only about up to my chest in terms of height, though it's got security spikes about every foot along the top. A single key lock is all that keeps each side of the gate together. It doesn't look too sturdy. I eye the truck through the bars and then check to make sure I still have my keys in my pocket. Sure enough, I feel the familiar leather saguaro chain between my fingers. Keys. Trade keys and gate lock. Okay. Without even thinking, I take out my keys, flipping through to the ones for City Hall. I grab the sides of the lock and push the key in, twisting. To my surprise, I keep turning my wrist without resistance, and I hear a soft click as the fastening point comes unlatched. I stare at the lock, feeling some fleeting sense of accomplishment. It soon falters as I know that the lock being there in the first place doesn't make a lick of sense. So you know. Alright. What in the fucking fuck? Also, the tips of my fingers that were grabbing the lock appear to have been stained black. Paint of some kind. Someone must have painted the lock recently, though the fence itself still looks pretty faded. I wipe my hands off on the back of my pants and push open the gate. It only opens about 6 feet wide, nowhere near enough room to get my truck through. If I revved hard and gunned it, I could probably break through, though I've got a feeling that's not what I'm supposed to do. There's not really a fence in front of this place. This isn't fucking real, but I'm seeing it. So, why am I seeing it? That's the fucking question, right? Duke's words from earlier come to mind. Thing is, we've all got something after us. Something bad. Won't let you leave when it starts. What's after you? As if knowing would fucking help right now. If not, just be even more confusing in the long run. I half expect the voice from earlier to speak again, but it's silent. Just a dull throb in the back of my head. The smart thing to do, the logical thing, as Dax would put it, would be to sit down under a nice tree and just ride this out like a bad trip. Maybe get some sleep. I could fix it, like turning a computer off and on again. I peer up at the sky. The red lights from the building make it seem as if the sky itself was blood red, expanding to various pinkish hues to the horizon. Like fucking hell I could get a weekend during this shit. The pounding in the back of my skull just keeps thudding away, a constant beat that reverberates through my head like a cavern. I step up to the door with the engraved bit of signage next to it. Here for the seed? That, of course, ain't what it usually says. The cheeky-ass winking smiley face is still there, though. I let out a short sigh. Fucking idiot. I turn the handle and pull, but it doesn't budge. I push next, and still nothing. The handle shouldn't turn if it's locked. I'd know. I've been here before when it was. I push once more, and I'm surprised that it gives. The door opening. I only leave it open a crack. Still a bit wary about whatever weirdness lies within. The first thing I notice is the burning smell. It's stronger than it is outside. It's hot as hell, too. If this place had a kitchen, I'd swear something was being overcooked in it. At first, it's quiet, nothing but the creaking wood beneath my feet. Then, music starts to play. I notice the boxy television set in the corner of the room is turned on. A grainy old cricket match on the screen. It's all very much the same from what I remember, except for a lone otter sitting on the bar at the bar counter. He's holding something to his head, an ice pack, and he's nursing some shitty import pale ale in his free paw. There's no one else in here but him, at least in the front area. Hey, you! The otter's posture stiffens. Yeah, you. Are you real? What? He responds back, his tone exasperated and groggy. Confusion. That's a good sign, I guess. I step a little closer, the otter using the bar counter to rotate himself in his swivel bar stool. He's decked out in a skull t-shirt, cargo pants, and one of those lame scout caps that only jarheads, leather daddies, and theater kids wear. There you go. He seems dazed, squinting at me like I'm a bright light. Is someone tuning up an orchestra in here? What? After a moment, something seems to click and his eyes widen slightly, a long smile crossing his snouty muzzle. Motherfucker! He pushes himself to his feet, making his way through the bar's haze. Oh! What are you doing here, you big-ass bitch? He claps my shoulder roughly, then pulls me into a tight hug. For an otter, he's got a strong grip, and I actually irk aloud as he pats my back. The fuck? What the hell are you doing? After a moment, he pulls away, raising a shadowed brow beneath his hat. It's then that I notice his eyes. Baby blue. Almost gray. Not a common color for his kind of otter. There's some bags under them, though, like he hasn't slept in some time. I was fixing to ask you the same thing. It's been dead all night and wasn't expecting company. It's kind of unreal seeing you here like this, though. It's been... He huffs astonished and with a slight air of sheepishness. Well, a while. He folds his arms over his chest, the otter looking up at me from beneath the brim of his hat with a sort of wry expression. He seems happy to see me. It's all so familiar. Wait a second. I blink. Jesus fuck, Sid? He lets out an amused noise, nodding. Yeah! Wait. Don't you even try to tell me you're here by coincidence. He's an adult? Fucking 6 feet tall, I'd reckon. He's in shape, too, rocking a full-on muscle shirt. I look around as if expecting to see Chase around the corner of the video camera and a shit-eating grin. There's still no one around but us, though. I'm sure there's a reason I'm here. He seems to perk up some, doing a one-handed finger gun gesture my way while the other nurses an ice pack against his head. While the other nurse an ice pack against his head. Knew it! I mean, I'm glad, yeah. Did you get my Christmas package? I wasn't sure you'd like it. I saw them in the Macy Mays thrift down in Elwyn. A Haunted Hacienda, Deadly Love Rivals 2, Final Obsession, The Choir Boy, and Horse Sleuth. Shitty B-movies I got from the bargain bin. You know the sort, not a lot of the plot to get in the way of the film. Plus, I bundled them up with a bunch of Crossfire shooting mags. Oh yeah, I also threw in some jerky I got from a trade show after my match in Desert Springs. Jerky, it's super good. Hatch green chili flavored. You know, that's where they grow that shit en masse, right? World Capital. I can't help but stare, absolutely flabbergasted. This is what he looked like. When I don't immediately respond, his smile dissipates some. Maybe you didn't get it. Fucking delivery guys, right? Probably some weasel or something with a good smeller. He honks his own black nose. And pining for my jerky. Am I fucking dreaming right now? Am I asleep or just tripping? The otter, Sydney, he looks at me more worriedly. You, want to sit down or something? I look around at the still empty bar. Facade or not, my legs are killing me. Sure. He motions towards some old wooden velvet bar stools next to a raised table in the corner and we take our seats. After Sydney grabs his drink, of course. Damn. I don't know where the bartender went. He's usually in the back. I look toward the smoke room door. Nothing seems to have changed about it. He? Yeah, he. Big tiger fella. Only guy who works here as far as I know. He scrunches his brow, thinking for a moment. Unless he got a sex and species change to become a bleach blonde bunny with big bouncing tits, I don't think so. I grunt. What the hell's he talking about? He was in a dressing up in chick panties, but I don't think you were talking about the same person, or the same bar. Sid snarks, looking at me a little wide-eyed. Thinking of one of your gay bars, right? The fuck are you talking about? This is the gayest bar in the state. If this were real, there'd be 20 fucking dudes reaming each other behind that door as we speak, including the bartender. I point to the familiar no smoking labeled door, my tone more firm now. Including you? His comment has a derisive, teasing tone. After a second, he blinks, looking back over his shoulder to see what I'm pointing at. You been porking guys who go to clown school? That's a goddamn tiny janitor's closet. It says so on the door. I squint at the door. Oh, shit. Do you think a pirate lives in there? I see a door marked private. What did you see? Oh, for those of you who know, you know. What the fuck is that? Huh. Weird. For a brief fleeting moment, I can almost quite make out the little mop and bucket symbol posted in the center, but it's simply not there. I honestly don't know why I came here tonight. I guess I just had a good feeling about it in my gut. And by that, I mean I saw the picture outside for their Chipotle-dusted beer nuts and my stomach got a boner. And I guess it also worked out since I got to see you. He thrusts his arms toward me, trying to put on a cheeky, sarcastic grin, like he's trying to play off the statement as he realizes how sappy it sounds. There, to my knowledge, has never been advertisements for spiced beer nuts posted outside the bar here. Jesus. I slowly lean back into my chair, letting out a long exhale. It's real good to see you, too, more so than you probably know. He opens his muzzle to speak again, but I cut him off. Sid, where do you think we are? He takes a swig from his beer, peering at me for a long moment before examining his surroundings. It's you know. He snaps his fingers a few times. Beer nut place? He frowns, shifting his ice pack back to his noggin. Fuck, I'm not that sauce. I just hit my head real hard on the counter when I was bending over to pick up my phone. Shit, did we have plans to meet here? I genuinely don't fucking know. I sure as fuck did, and I trail off for a moment, swallowing away the tight feeling in the back of my throat. I pull my phone from my pocket, turning it over in my hands. Still dead. I wasn't expecting to ever see you again. His blue eyes widen. They aren't giving me that same doe-eyed look he'd give me after we'd been hanging out. I'd say I have to go. He never wanted to go home. Look, I know after I bailed on the interview you set me up with, you were pretty pissed. Rightfully so, too. Rightfully so, too. Fully justified. I get that. I know I fucked up. What? I'm trying to get clean. I swear to shit, it's just so fucking hard, you know? You're on drugs? No, I mean, not right now. I'm sober as fuck. I looked at the ale in his paw. Sans the booze? Look, all the other guys I wrestle with at the road shows, though, they're all on the shit. Everyone's trying to bulk up and stuff, so they actually get a pop when the crowd sees them. His tone is completely defensive, the otter looking at me straight in the eyes, searching for any sign of doubt. This is one guy, Cody Altero, or, well, he goes by the name Rico Renaissance now. He's been getting booked as my rival, and the bastard's up 25 pounds in 2 months. 20-fucking-5 pounds! No way in fuck is he doing that with chicken breast and protein shakes. Wait, you're telling me you wrestle for a living? Explain the muscle shirt and those tacky-ass wristbands. Like, that's your actual goddamn job? Sydney leans back some, peering at me with that same searching look. Yeah, you used to go to my shows all the time. SFF? Sunday Funday fights? It's mainly fucking juggalos and shit now, and we get paid in pennies and grass, but, you know, it's a start. I'm tough. He sniffs, eyes drifting down to his arms on the sticky table surface, and seemed grossed out by it. Alright, I'm going to pause it right there. It looks like we are in an alternate timeline right now, or getting a glimpse into an alternate timeline. So Sydney is alive. So if Sydney is alive, that might mean that one of the group is dead. I wonder, could it be Carl? Could Carl have fucking died in this timeline? I wonder. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Armor. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!